Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and tonight we're going to a pre-season friendly. Now, if you saw my video last week, you'll know that pre-season training has now started as far as professional football is concerned here in England. And last week, I took you along to a training session, the first day of pre-season training. And today we're off to a match. So Tranmere Rovers, the team I photograph, are away to Southport, who are a team in, I think, Tier 6 of the English football pyramid, Tranmere being in Tier 4, League 2 to be more precise. Now, the game takes place in Southport. It's on the seaside in England's northwest. It is about 40 minutes drive from my home here on the Wirral. So it's a bit of a rush for an evening. I've got a few other commitments today that I've had to cover off first. And so I don't expect to arrive that long before kickoff. Not ideal preparation, but being a pre-season friendly, we kind of get away with it tonight. Being a summer's night and it being a 7:15 kickoff, hopefully the floodlights won't be needed and the light will be pretty good. And so my old cameras will be able to deal with the light well enough. So I'm going to get everything packed up and we're going to head up to Southport, and I'll see you in probably about an hour. So when I arrived at the ground, it was pretty much bang on kickoff. So I rushed inside and took up a position away from the other photographer who's also covering Tranmere that night. But that did mean that I was shooting straight into the sun, as you can see from this image here. But I thought for half the game, it's not a bad thing to kind of practice and just get a different type of shot, got quite a few backlit shots. Because throughout the season, while you'd never, I don't think, choose to sit facing and shooting into the sun, you might be in positions where you can't avoid that, and so I thought it's always good to get a bit of practice in. On here, some of these photos here, then you can see the photos are backlit, so the players have the sunlight against them, and that does leave for some interesting effects sometimes. There's certainly some different types of shots to try. The highlights and shadows in Lightroom and Photoshop can really come in quite useful when editing. The game itself didn't have that much action. It was separated by a late own goal with a couple of minutes to go for Southport, so a 1-0 win for them. So there's no real goal-mouth action or goals to speak of. Certainly the first half didn't have that much going on at all. Now, I apologise for the slightly poor camera angle on me during this game. Obviously, I'm always kind of keen not to get any action in. I know you can see a little bit here, but I don't want any action in the shot. This shot here is quite a nice one with the sun behind. You kind of see the grass clippings and insects flying off the grass as he strikes the ball. So that was one of the nicer shots, and you still, with the player's backlit, you kind of got the shadow, or the face in the front of the player is in shadow, so it does give for some interesting contrasts and variation from what we'd usually see. Now, this was the first pre-season game that I'd shot. I'm now, as I finish off editing this video, I'm up to about 4 or 3 pre-season games. And they've been a total mixed bag, really, both in terms of weather and entertainment and shots that I've got. So pre-season is always an interesting time just to see a lot of variety and start to get your eye in for the season. As the game's going on, as always, I am editing photos, cropping them, and then sending them through to the club's social media team so that they can be putting them onto social media. I'm basically doing a double export here, so one will go into a high-res folder on Dropbox, the other goes into a social media folder, which is compressed, reduced down in size, and also watermarked, and that is a double export, if you like, that I set up before the game so that I know I can just come in here and export with previous, and that'll dump it into both folders in the formats I need. There is a video on my channel about my workflow from last season where I do cover that workflow if you want to hear a little bit more about that. Into the second half then, lovely blue sky, the sun had kind of gone down, so it was nice conditions second half actually. Just a shame there wasn't that much to shoot from a football or action perspective. As the sun goes down, you can see on this photo here, the sunlight is actually really nice, it's quite soft, it's probably golden hour at this point. And then this shot where he's going around the goalkeeper a little bit later on, the sun has pretty much disappeared there from kind of being grass level, if you like. And so that was it. Another nice pre-season friendly out the way. The pre-season, as a fan, seemed to take ages, but as a photographer, the games and training sessions and different events seem to flash by. I've had my cameras out. It feels like every other day for football in the last week or so, be it media days, kit shoots, pre-season friendlies, pre-season training, open days and family fun days. It's a busy time as a photographer getting ready for the new season. I'm going to keep this video fairly short just here. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update where I'm at and give you a little bit of an insight into a quite relaxed summer's evening, pre-season friendly. I normally do love shooting these games because they are quite relaxed, the sun's out and it's quite pleasant. Unlike the two games I've shot since this, which have both been in absolutely torrential rain, and one was also howling wind as well. So yeah, pre-season in British summertime throws up just about every single scenario you can think of. So I hope that's been useful. I've got some more videos coming up in the next couple of weeks covering a few different subjects really. So please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed it, and I'll hope to see you on the next one.